Oh snap, we're back with the normal snap video. As you guys can see, my chat is already active. Maybe some people are expecting me to stream today, though I just tweeted about it that I'm not going to because, you know, I'm still recovering. Like, I am kind of with it, man. We had a subathon that was 42 hours long. I was conscious throughout 35 hours of it, meaning I slept 7 hours, but I was in front of a camera for 35 hours. I didn't really eat as much because, fun fact, I don't enjoy eating in front of a camera. In fact, to be completely honest with you, I fucking hate it. I hate eating in front of a camera, so I didn't really eat that much throughout my subathon, and yeah, we stayed conscious for quite some time. After a certain point, like, I felt this kind of like sense of euphoria, you know, because I think there's a lot of biomolecular stuff happening at that point, you know, when you're sleep deprived. There's some interesting studies on it, but I could definitely feel like, you know, this kind of like rush, right? But I was also kind of like The Walking Dead. I was pretty much out of it after a certain point. I was slower talking, and and it was definitely an interesting experience. We did a lot of things. We played Marvel Snap. I complained about balancing and Leech and Hela in Marvel Snap, as I usually do. I did that for quite a while, actually. It was a great stream. And we also played a bunch of other stuff, you know, like we played a bunch of other games, you know, horror games, which I'm not as talented in as I thought I would be. And overall, it was a great experience. And as you guys can see, the chat, yeah, people are writing more into it. Okay, they just saw my tweet. Guys, I need one more day. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. But it's time to get the uploads flowing again. And today we're going to showcase Knockball. Knockball is a Nocturne deck. The first Nocturne deck that I made, actually. And today I'm going to showcase some gameplay in Conquest. With this archetype, we're trying to avoid the hot location, as Nocturne is one of those cards that is essentially... It's very easy to view this as the new Jeff. Fundamentally, it's one of the best 3-drops in the game now on its own as just a card. The thing about Nocturne is similar to cards like Jeff and, for example, Gladiator, just very good cards that don't require you to build an entire deck around them, right? You don't build decks around Nocturne. You incorporate Nocturne to decks that you're building. You know, there are different roles. These cards, like a card like Professor X, is quite different in that regard. You can definitely build your deck around Professor X because this is an effect that is encompassing and it's forcing you to play in a certain way. But Nocturne is a card that can fit a lot of decks because Nocturne is a great way for most decks to develop power on turn 3 without committing it to a specific location. That's what makes Nocturne so good. The same simple reason why Jeff is good. And the reason why these two cards are better or more played than the likes of Nightcrawler is because they're not susceptible to Killmonger. But it's quite simply that. It's the ability to develop points in a location without having those points being set there specifically. That's just a very strong effect. The fact that you're going to be able to swap the location where you're moving can also allow you to effectively counter magic decks, and also can allow you to do a lot of different things with like very key locations that may pop off, like bar with no name. If you play Nocturne on turn 3 and there's a bar with no name, all of a sudden your opponent has to wonder, are they going to move Nocturne and actually fight for that location, or are they going to expect them to move Nocturne? You know, there's a lot of mind games that can stem from this card, and sometimes Nocturne will auto lose you games. It's gonna happen. You think it's not happening to you, Timmy, but it will be. Like, sometimes you're gonna move Nocturne somewhere and you make Bark with no name or some other fucking bullshit. And, you know, that's the Scarlet Witch genes. There's not much you can do about that. But overall, is Nocturne a good card? Because you can argue that Gladiator loses you games way more often, right? But still, one of the premier 3-drops in the game. I think Gladiator and Nocturne really fit that 3 energy slot for decks that want just really good 3-drops that give them good points and or utility without requiring much in exchange. And Gladiator and Nocturne are really the faces of that as of right now. We incorporate Nocturne here into a Daredevil, Professor X, Cannonball deck. We have 4 or 5 drops, which may seem like a high number, but we have no 6 drops, and we are incorporating Ravonna Renslayer, which will make Hobgoblin and Professor X cost 4 energy instead of 5. The idea is we want to be playing Hobgoblin or Professor X on turn 5, and then we want a Cannonball and Gamora on turn 6. So in order for you to understand this curve and for it to make sense, just visualize Hobgoblin and Professor X being 5 drops and Cannonball and Gamora being 6 drops. Because we have all 5 drops, then we must be able to chain our turn 6 5 drop into a 1 drop. That is why we're incorporating Miles Morales. We have Titania as 1 drops that we develop alongside this. We have Daredevil and Ravonna with Jeff and Nocturne. We have Polaris, and we have a deck that can effectively clog people. Even though we're not playing White Widow or Goblin, we are playing Hobgoblin, and we can use Polaris alongside that and Titania to clog 1 location, and then we can Cannonball the other. We can also Professor X a location. Professor X with Ravonna in this shell with 1 energy, 5 power plays allows us to set up a Professor X on turn 5, backed up by either like a Miles or a Titania, potentially in a Nebula lane that will really give you the ability to take it. You can also play Professor X in certain games on turn 4 if you have Ravonna Renslayer developing on Nebula, get 2 extra growths out of her as well. But the ability to chain Professor X or Hobgoblin with 5 power on 1 energy is really what makes this curve make a lot of sense, because then we use those same tools to play alongside our Gamora or our Cannonball on 6. And that's the basic foundation of this deck. I've made a bunch of decks that follow this sort of like curve pattern, right? The 5-1, I call it the 5-1. I do that a lot. I really like making decks that instead of going like 5 and 6 on turns 5 and 6, they go 5 and 5 and 1. And I design a lot of my decks with this sort of like approach, because there's a lot of as the card pool expands, there are more and more resources available to us that allow us to generate 5 power for 1 energy. And you can definitely play or build a deck that, you know, curves out with this intent and is very successful at doing so. And I'm going to stop rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Marvel Snap content. Hope you enjoy today's games. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, sniper. Sniper.
Minions.
Sniper. 1000% sniper. Alright. Don't feel that bad losing to them then. %1000% sniper. Order was bad, to be honest. No, it wasn't. It made no sense for them to play. Like, the only thing that made sense would be for them to play Hela into New York. But if they want to throw New York, they move Hood to New York. Playing Hela into a location where she dies makes no sense when there's only 1 spawn coming from her. The only reason to do that is if you're sniping me and you know I'm playing a Titania before my 5-drop, expecting you to play the card there, which is where you should play it. Like, they were 1000% sniping, and they're such losers for doing that. Like, such fucking losers. Because now the entire chat knows, like, they know you're a fucking sniper. Oh.
Such is my judgment.
Couldn't I play stuff here? Oh, because because Red Skull. Oh. Nice. Yeah, true. I forgot about that. But yeah, but it's checkmate. It's a very nice checkmate. Because my shit grows 2, and they're only gonna get 1 point because of Living Tribunal, and we get more. I thought about everything except for Scroll. Because I was planning on developing there, but yeah. They won? You sure? Keep in mind that a Living Tribunal, so even if they get a boost, like it only accounts to a few points. Like 1 point everywhere, but how much of a boost is it? Because my shit's also getting buffed. I know, but they have Living Tribunal. When the buff happened, you guys saw they went from 15 to 16. So unless the buff propels them, like, I'm getting 3 points. I'm getting points out of that. So they need to bump them to that. I'm not sure what the math says, honestly. They play Blue Marble in this.
Snap.
No, you're not. You're nobody. Nobody.
The mystery intrigues me.
Now you're gonna need a little bit more muscle than that, boy. My favorite card. Okay.
Victory.
It's nice. It's nice to play when you're not getting fucking sniped. And actually having like an actual real match. It's nice.
Victory.
They cried uncle. Nice. We did it. Would it be a good replacement for Nebula? Ant-Man? Yeah, Ant-Man would be a good one, for sure. Don't you have a gold ticket? I think at the beginning of the season, all the tickets are undone, right? Oof. Yeah, this Red Hulk is growing like crazy. It seems like it's mill, but we overdrew 5 costs here, unfortunately. Omega lol, the ninja with the clutch save. So extra reasoning to put Nebula into the Shadowland. Like I was putting her because there's like less space for them to develop.
Oh, snap.
Keckin' Saints, please.
Opponent snapped.
Could be Elias. There's no way this deck main deck's Annihilus. With Mockingbird, Red Hulk, they have Ravonna Renslayer, but that they stole that from me, right? Yeah. Fuck. Not sure.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Got him. So they do play Shang-Chi. I was worried about like a random Annihilus.
Victory.
Would Cannonball here have done it? They have 25 points here, so they end up with 20 points. 20? No, not 20 points. 13 points. 13 points. Yeah, Cannonball there would have done it too. I don't know what the fuck they snapped then. If X pulled Gladiator, oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah. You always snap on Proving Grounds. It's not Proving Grounds though.
Snap. Opponent snapped.
I just derped. With my Titania ordering, I had initiative. I goofed. Red Hulk there. Yes, good read. Good fucking read. Good fucking read. Got him.
Victory.
Because I had initiative, they knew I was gonna Nocturne there. But see, an example for Nocturne giving that. Imagine if we don't have initiative. Imagine if we don't have initiative, how strong this Nocturne is. Please snap all games. You can't lose 5 games in a row. I mean, that is true. But you never, I don't know. Okay, so Nocturne and Elsa. Elsa and Nocturne. Elsa and Nocturne. Why don't we just like match that with a powerful Gamora here?
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
See, the problem is they can... Oh, wait, no.
All systems go.
You didn't get a 1-drop, which sucks.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
I love when Captain Marvel does that. Higher, further, better, baby. Oh, never mind. I'm Captain Marvel, and I suck. Yay! Did it! Snow Guard is a thing, which means they can undo the Nexus. Oh no, my Professor X! In case anybody's wondering, the position of the nexus actually does matter when multiple nexuses are factored. Or Omega lol. I'm moving Jeff in case they play the other thing. The Snowguard Hawk. Though if they play the Snowguard Hawk, don't they just lose? They can move Jeff here. They can play something to return Titania over there. Oh yeah, Hawk doesn't work, that's true. Wait, how are they snapping? What in the actual fuck? Oh no, see that. They thought that worked like that. Imagine thinking that works like that. What an idiot. Yeah, we're winning without the Nexus, even, yeah. But it's important to note that the Nexus from the left empowers the Nexus in the middle. And the Nexus, and the potential Nexus on the right, and the, you know, like it goes from left to right. So the amount of points that you have on the left Nexus are inherently more important. Wasn't Gamora significantly more points? If by significantly you mean one more point, then yes, it was more points, but I wouldn't say it was significantly more. Bam, bam. That was an early retreat. I wasn't gonna leave. I wasn't gonna run away. I was gonna go Gamora. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do, but I'm really happy they left. They could have bluffed a little bit with that. Like that was a tense situation for me because I was not expecting the Magneto there. But Corvus Glaive, you know, it's just what it does. Okay, so we have to beat Hela. And the key to beating Hela is quite simply locking them down. Do I play Nocturne? I think it's just better to play Daredevil. I legitimately think it's better to play Daredevil than Nocturne here. See if they Corvus Glaive. Discard Death.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
I see an opening here. hell of an opening. They're gonna blink into the Lady Sif.
Minions to me.
Oh, Mega Lol. Not losing a single cube to Hela feels good. Not gonna lie.